Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the start of a very long journey to see a sun that never sets. You guys have heard that in the North Pole, the sun, it just goes around the sky. It never actually goes down. I want to see that. And so we're taking this bike and we are riding into the Arctic Circle and literally to the top of the world. I am currently in Warsaw, Poland. So that means it'll take about 4,000 kilometers to ride this bike all the way to the top. And then we still have like another 4,000 kilometers to get back down. That's enough talking. Let's get to riding. My goal is to try to go 100 miles per day. I forgot that this app does this shit. There was a perfectly good road right over there, but the app will navigate me on these dirt roads because it thinks that they're more like bike appropriate than a main road with cars. It's not. This thing can go on a road with cars. This thing is basically a motorcycle. But it sends me on these dirt roads where I need to slow down a lot because of the potholes. We're currently going about 10 miles an hour. This is about how fast the drone can keep up with me when I'm going. If I go any faster than this, the drone just gets left behind. I should probably talk about the bike itself too. Bike is a really strong word. If you look at this, like my knees hit the handles when I pedal. This is designed to look really cool. It's not designed to be super functional. So pedaling is not, it's not really an option in the same way that just twisting the throttle is. But the drone does come back to me when it's done. Okay, I see an advertisement there for Dr. Pepper with zero sugar. I think that we need to make a stop really quick.
In 250 feet, take a slight right and continue.
Leviathan. I think they pronounce their W's as V's, so I think this is Leviathan. I don't speak Polish. I don't smoke either, I'm sorry. Leviathan. Come on, what you got? That guy is sitting out there just like looking at my bike. I'm trying to be fast because I think he might be thiefy. Okay, zero sugar, yes. It's worth it. Thank you. God, that guy better not be touching my bike. Okay, he's not, cool. This is actually probably a good time to also talk about the storage situation that we've got going on here. I have a pannier pack, which has stuff in here. It's got two side pouches. I've got my backpack strapped here. And I've got two fork bags in the front. I'll show you those in a sec. Let me put the Dr. Peppers in here. Dr. Pepper is way better than Coca-Cola. It's just, you never see Dr. Pepper in Europe, so I never get the opportunity to get this. Or when you do see Dr. Pepper, it's got sugar, so I don't really like drinking it. Okay, so yeah, storage situation. I've never used these fork bags before, but basically you just strap them onto the front spokes of your bike, and they've got extra storage for you. Hopefully they don't fall off, but they seem to add a lot of capacity. It tastes kind of different, but you can still get you can tell. This feels like a knockoff Dr. Pepper. If somebody's like trying to make something that tastes like Dr. Pepper, but it's not quite there. Like Dr. Thunder. Actually, I think Coke Zero probably tastes better than whatever that is. That is... I genuinely wonder how the drone will do in wooded situations like this, if it's gonna like accidentally hit a branch or if it's smart enough to not do that. Okay, taking a turn. Can it follow me? Well, it sounds like it's doing pretty well, actually.
For 1.16 miles.
I can't see what it's doing, but I can hear that it's still following me. I've got that loud screeching whine thing still going. Okay, not too bad. For real, that's really impressive. I only intend to get like 3 or 4 shots per day with that drone, but I'm glad I didn't run into a tree. I am realizing that I need to put sunscreen on though. Get the bike off the road. Oh God, the wind, stop. This stuff is really thick. It's leaving my arms whiter than they were before, but it's SPF 50, so it'll do a good job. I don't understand why stores sell multiple different variations of SPF. Like you've got SPF 20, SPF 30, SPF 50. Why wouldn't you just always buy the highest SPF sunscreen? Like, are people sitting there thinking like, oh, I want a little bit of cancer? I don't know, maybe I just don't understand the benefits of lower SPF sunscreen. Okay, my drone is kind of stuck in a cornfield. I'm really hoping it brings itself out. I don't want to have to go in there. Come on, come on. Yep, good, 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 good. Okay, cool. That would not have been fun. Okay, slight problem. I'm noticing that my batteries are a lot more dead than they should be. We've gone 34 miles, which according to how big my batteries are, should be about 33%. But they are already more than halfway dead. See, a place like this would be really inconvenient for it to die. We have about 2 bars left. I'd say that gives us probably another 20 miles based on how far we've gone so far. It looks like this guy is selling fruit. Yes, yes, yes.
Kosztuje pewno, nie?
What are, oh, they're blueberries. Yes, yes, can I get some of those? Half zloty. Just a small amount, just a small amount. Yep, and then in the basket, yeah. Hopefully the basket will hold it. How much, 20? Mm-hmm. Here's another 10. We will try them in a second. I don't think that my basket is designed to carry fruit like that. We spent 30 zloty on the blueberries.
Follow this way for 0.55 miles.
Because this dirt road looks like it's gonna be bouncy, let's fix the blueberry situation now. You guys will notice I did not steal the fruit this time. I paid for it. Oh God. Holy shit. I don't know if this was cheaper than it would be if I got it at a grocery store. Like, I don't know. Oh my God, I'm getting blueberry juice all over my fingers. We will store the blueberries in the pannier because this has zippers, so a bumpy, gravelly road won't knock them out. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. It is starting to rain, which is not great because I've got rain covers for most of my stuff, but I don't have rain covers for this. I need to get just like a plastic bag, but they don't really sell them in Europe. Hopefully it won't be a downpour and nothing bad will happen. I guess that's what we're going with. Google says we have 27 miles till we get to the next McDonald's, and I'm not sure if this battery will make it, but we're gonna try. I am pedaling now that we've got 1 bar left. I do not want to end up here with no battery. Yep, the rain is coming down.
Continue for 3 miles.
Okay, the batteries are flashing and we still have 17 miles left. So that means she's dead and we need to pedal this fucking monstrosity for the next hour and a half. Holy fucking shit, my legs are burning. Okay, the plan for right now is we're just gonna walk the bike and hope that the batteries can recharge a little bit because my legs are fucking exhausted. I wonder if you guys are able to pick up the whirring sound of the drone on camera. Like, I wonder how bad that is. It's kind of useful because I can tell if the drone is actually following me or not, because if I hear the whizzing sound stop, I know that the drone crashed. And then if I stop moving for 3 seconds, the drone comes back to me. I hold out my hand and it lands on my hand. It's kind of funny though. I spent $700 on a second battery just so I could have like all of the capacity in the world. And I am still walking this bike on day 1. Okay, when I'm going downhill, it's easier. I need to reassess what my plans are because I am not pedaling this thing 15 miles to McDonald's. What we're gonna do, we're gonna look around the square, see if we can't find a restaurant that will let us charge our batteries for like 30 minutes. We cannot charge this bike in like a normal restaurant because it would take 5 hours. I'm honestly not even sure if McDonald's would let us do that, and that's saying something. So I see that there is a pizzeria right here though. Let's give them a shot. I do like pizza. Normally people put their bikes inside those things. This bike is a monster, so that's not gonna work. Oh, they're open, cool. You speak English?
So.
Oh, we'll get a Hawaiian. Okay, we've got both batteries charging down there. That's good. I got the laptop out, so if they're like, why do you have so much stuff here? It looks like I'm doing work. Back of the napkin math says that I need to be here for like 30 to 45 minutes to get enough charge to be able to go to the McDonald's. Okay, 30 minutes is probably enough. This is one of the downsides of having really big batteries, is the batteries are really big. The rain is coming. I wonder how waterproof my drone is. Okay, nope. I have a waterproof jacket, but I don't have waterproof jeans. I cannot believe I didn't think about that. I took this up to Everest. I took this jacket to Everest and I was fine. But that's when like my body is straight up. When you're sitting down, your legs are out, and so all of this is covered in water. But it does look like all of my other waterproof stuff is working. This might be something I just need to get used to, having wet clothes. Like, Poland is famous for how much it rains. There is no way that I'm gonna be able to go this whole trek without just getting soaked. She's going to die again before we get there, but at least we're a little bit closer than we were before. It'll probably die in about half mile, so we've got 5 miles to pedal. It's a struggle, but it's not unmanageable.
In 600 feet at the roundabout, continue straight.
Okay, we are almost there. I can see the McDonald's sign. I have hit my knees on these handlebars so many times today. I'm gonna have bruises tomorrow, I'm sure. This might not be the kind of place I can loiter for 5 hours either. Holy shit, it's busy. I was able to find an outlet though. I'm not sure if it works. Yeah, this plan might not work. These batteries are so large. I'm gonna be here until they close. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay. I got the batteries charged a little bit, but not completely. I would say I was probably only able to charge them maybe 20%. I'm thinking I might need to rework my plans. I think McDonald's might be the wrong approach to this. If McDonald's wasn't so busy, it wouldn't be that bad sitting there for 5 hours. If the restaurant's empty, isn't a big deal. But when people are literally like trying to share a seat with you, you just can't do that. Yeah, I've only got 2 bars. We need to make it last. The town that we're entering now is called Łomża. I don't know anything about it, but I guess it's a big city because it's in big bold text on my map. I think we are gonna look for prices of hostels around the area because that is a guaranteed way to fully charge the battery if we rent a place for the night. We've gone 117 miles today. The places are not as cheap as I thought they would be because we're in Poland, but they are half the price of Japan, $41 for a room. I cannot tell whether or not I think this is a blessing or a curse. With my previous e-bikes, I would be able to go 60 miles in a day, and that was good. 60 miles was a good day. I've already doubled that. But because the batteries are so big, being able to fully charge inside coffee shops doesn't really seem viable anymore. Technically, I could just not charge the batteries fully like I've been doing, but that really defeats the purpose of having big batteries. So, I guess, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Łomża. Just a sec. Part of my brake just snapped. What came loose? How in the world does that even happen? The company sent me this bike for free to review for part of this series, and this does not bode well for them. Luckily, I understand the problem, so I'm able to fix it, but hey guys, your brakes might stop working in the middle of the road is not a great thing to say when you're trying to recommend a product. Okay, got the brakes working again. If that happens again, I'm gonna call it an actual problem, but right now it's just a fluke. I will say, I'm glad that happened on like light streets like this rather than on the interstate that we were on earlier. If I lost my brakes there, that would have been bad. Yep, see, I need those brakes for situations like this. This is us, Hotel Gromada, $41. Hello, I have a reservation. Thank you. What are the...
Thank you very much.
I've never seen a key like that before. This feels like a punch card that you used to write software on. You'd feed it into a machine and it would read the... There's no way that that's how this key works. Holy fucking shit. No, there's little like rollers on there and they feel the pins. I feel like I could copy this. So now that you guys have seen a picture of this, you could copy this and you could get into this room. This is much easier to copy than like an actual key. You could probably punch this out yourself with a pair of like hole punchers. That's wild. Listen to this. You can hear the mechanism roll over each of the things. Now, let's get these batteries charged up for real. We're gonna take the power meter, we're gonna plug it into the wall. Then we're gonna take both chargers and plug them in here. This will take about 5 hours, so the sun will be down by the time these are done charging, but we want to check to make sure that this right here reads 2,500 approximately. If the figure is lower than that, then that means I got scammed by a cheap Chinese battery. But if it is about 2,500, then that means that I am just riding my bike too inefficiently. I'm going too fast, I need to pedal more. What this will tell us is this will tell us the capacity of the battery. That's good for just like knowing how big they are. But it'll also be good over the next couple weeks and months to be able to see how these batteries are degrading over time with me using them every single day like this. Okay, so we're able to stay in this hotel until noon. So that means we've got like 5 hours to explore town before we need to leave. There's no air conditioning. It's super fucking hot in here. Before we can actually go do things today, I need to spend like fucking an hour filing DMCA takedowns on an Instagram account that's copying all of my fucking videos. I reported the account for impersonating me and trying to steal my content. I had a bunch of other people report it, and Instagram keeps saying that it's totally fine and that them impersonating me does not go against terms of service. So now I'm actually issuing takedown requests. Regretfully, that is just part of being a content creator, and it sucks because Instagram is a shitty platform and they won't do anything. They're literally just re-uploading every video of mine that has over 1 million views, and you report it, and Instagram's like, nope, actually this is totally fine. Let's go get breakfast. And the bike is still there, not a problem. My favorite breakfast to get here in Poland is from a convenience store called Zabka. Every morning they have fresh bread. Then we get some meat and some cheese. Then we'll just find some place to eat it. I'm looking for a park bench or something. I could not find anything, so we'll just sit here on the stairs. A ham and cheese sandwich with fresh bread is on a different level. The reading was exactly what we expected it to be, 2,500. That is how big the batteries are. That means we should be looking at about 100 miles of range today. Hello, I am checking out. Oh God, the sun is fucking out today. I'm gonna try to find a place that has a washing machine today. God, the sunscreen is so fucking thick, I don't like it. So much fucking sunscreen, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know why I'm in such a bad mood, but I feel like everything is driving me crazy. I gotta make sure to wipe it off my eyes because I noticed that the sunscreen, when I start sweating, it goes in my eyes and it makes my eyes fucking sting. Just a sec. Some of my stuff that I tied down is coming loose. I need to constantly watch this. Okay, so there's a little bit of looseness there. I'll probably have to screw some stuff tighter there. My backpack seems to be holding on pretty good. All my stuff is doing okay. I'm happy with this. Do you guys hear that clicking sound? Well, that's not good. I'm pretty sure I need this to stay on the bike. I don't have a wrench that size though to really make it tight. Does that mean I need to head to a bike store? Because if that's come loose once, it's gonna come loose again. Yeah, the clicking sound stopped after I tightened that. I think that's a design decision so that you know that if your screw is coming loose and your wheel is about to fall off. So just to recap, in the first 24 hours of using this bike, the brakes have failed and the front wheel is trying to come off. Yeah, I'm having to stop like every 5 or 6 miles to screw that thing back in. It's coming out again. You can essentially think of this as like a lug nut for a bike. It is pretty important that this stays in and stays tight. Absolutely silly. Damn it, it's sending me down dirt roads again. Oh, and these are sandy roads. Okay, that's not good. Roads like this are much easier for your bike tires to slip on because the sand just gives way underneath all of the weight. And it's probably gonna rain, so that's fun too. This is probably the ideal setting for a drone because I need my hands free to be able to like drive, but this way you guys can still get footage if I fall. Speak of the fucking devil, it started. Does Poland have any wild animals I need to be worried about? Probably not. I'm pretty sure once we get to like Finland and Norway, we're gonna have to watch out for fucking polar bears, but that's a future problem. To protect the drone from the rain, I'm gonna put it in the pannier pack right here because I don't think it's waterproof. Okay, back on the road. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. And the longer we stay here, the worse the roads are gonna get. I'm just trying not to fling mud up on all of my, the road. Yes, I said I was worried about the drone not being waterproof, but this is exactly the kind of situation that I got a drone for. So, what's the point of having it if I'm not gonna use it? Ah, fuck. Come on. Okay, there we go. I'm trying my fucking hardest to not tip, oh, whoa. Not tip the bike over. Okay, oof, oof. Yuck. The bike is getting stuck. No, no, come on, go. Nope. Okay, I guess we're pushing the bike. See, this is why we got the drone. I would not have been able to get this on camera if it wasn't for that guy. Hopefully he's still working fine. Come on. Why in the fuck is the app taking me down a road like this? Fucking hell. Oh, the drone is stuck. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, so the drone definitely has problems with the tree branches hanging down. If it encounters a problem, it'll just like stop itself. I have no clue why the app is taking me down a road like this. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I'm sure there's alternative routes that don't involve walking through mud. Even if it wasn't wet, this would still be a terrible road to go down. This is actually possibly better than having another person come with me, because if they were carrying a bike, they would have to deal with all this shit. The drone doesn't need to deal with fucking riding through the mud. It's just doing its thing. Okay, it's getting a little bit better. I don't need to walk the bike anymore. Yep, the app is stupid. There was a road right here. For some reason, the app thinks that the road it just sent us down is more applicable for a bike than this. Okay, it wants me to go through this road, but this road looks like it's closed. Do I, A, go through it anyway, or B, try to reroute? I say we go for it. When has this app ever led us wrong before? Come on, bike. I'm sure there's absolutely no reason the road's closed. It's a perfectly good road. But it is a dead end, so we turn around anyway. But don't worry, I'm sure we'll never have another situation like that again. The app will always lead us the right direction going forward. Let's go see if we can route around it. Luckily, I'm smarter than it is, and I found a way through. That is where it wants me to go. It thinks that that is a road. Not fucking happening. I wish there was a setting that I could be like, only take me on fucking streets. And this, by the way, is actually Google Maps. I did switch after the road closure thing. And even Google Maps wanted me to go down that fucking thing. Okay, she is almost dead.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
Oh, holy shit. There's a whole lake system. There's a little bed and breakfast right up the street for $47. Let's go get the bike on the charger and go explore the lake. It looks like this is our room. It's kind of strange having the opening to your place be just like the parking lot. I do not like this. We went 65 miles today, which is about half of what I was expecting we would get. But we also did it in like 3 hours. So we got less range, but we got much more distance out of the time that we spent. Cool, let's go walk around the lake, see if we can't find something to eat. We are about to enter Lithuania tomorrow, so I want to spend the rest of my Polish money because it won't be worth a lot once we cross the border. Oh, there's a kebab shop right here. Can I get the standard tortilla? Yeah. Thank you so much. This was $5 and it's massive. This is my favorite aspect of traveling with the bike versus like planes or buses or whatever, is you get to see small towns like this. I don't even know what this town is called, but you would never see this town in like a regular tourist video. What do you think the chances are we find The Witcher in here? Office 2000. That's a relevant and important book. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's the only English book in this. Okay, I take it back. The lake is not very interesting. It's just a bunch of boats and seaweed. The sun is down. I'm in bed. I was about to go to sleep. I looked over. The batteries are still fucking charging. But we will be in Lithuania tomorrow, so... Okay, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna leave much earlier today. That way it's not as hot when we're actually riding. Fully charged. Okay, it seems like the last big town before we get to Lithuania is called Suwalki. We could probably find a bike store there so we can get this tire properly fixed onto the bike. Damn it, the drone got stuck somewhere. I don't hear it whizzing around, so that means it probably crashed somewhere. Shut itself off. Where the fuck did it go? This is the only tree in the area. Oh, and that's exactly where it is. Come on, guy.
Far. Direction track. 3, 2, 1.
It doesn't have any proximity sensors or anything like that, so if it runs into a tree, it can't even see it. Oh fuck, this is another logging road. I bet this is gonna get really bad. We're just gonna try to avoid the puddles. Oh, hey, nope. We are on a good road again soon. Are you fucking kidding me? This is not a road. This is like a river. A river comes through here. Yeah, this is not passable. What the fuck are you doing, Google? Again, this is just regular ass Google Maps. So we're just gonna backtrack and find another route. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we made it just in time. We actually only have like 4 minutes before breakfast ends. So we gotta order quickly. I'm just gonna leave all my shit here, order the food, and then come back. I have a bunch of points from McDonald's that I've accumulated my time in Poland, and as soon as we cross into Lithuania, those go away. So I need to spend them before we leave the country. Okay, we made it just in time. And because we didn't completely deplete the batteries, it'll only take like 2 hours to charge them, so this'll work. One thing that they do in the McDonald's here for breakfast is they give you French fries. This is not something you can get in America during breakfast time. My eyes are super fucked up right now. Riding the bike, there's lots of pollen in the air and it just like goes right into your eyes. Okay, we've been here for 2.5 hours. I've used a bunch of my points on free drinks and it's starting to get busy in here, so I think we need to leave. After using this drone for a couple of days, I think my biggest complaint about it is how loud it is. Like whenever it switches to a clip of this thing, the sound, even when it's far away filming me, is just really jarring. If I were to get another one, I would probably buy a slightly larger drone so that the individual propellers don't make as much like whining noise. I am noticing that my cup holder right here is like falling out. I don't want the stuff that's in it to fall. I need to find a better way I need to just like take a second, work on bike stuff. Fix the wheel, fix the back thing back there. It does look like we are about to cross into Lithuania right here. I see people that look like border guards. They're definitely armed, but yeah, they don't seem to give a shit about me though. No, that's super interesting. I've been to a lot of different European countries. This is in the Schengen zone. This is part of like the European Union. None of the other borders have like border crossing guards, people with guns, nothing like that. This is the only crossing I've ever seen that has that. Like I heard that there was increased tension between like Poland and Lithuania because of like refugees or something, but I had no idea that they're like putting armed guards at the borders now. I just want to give a really big shout out to Lithuania for marking their speed bumps properly.
Now exit onto Viaduct G, 200.
Okay, the batteries are flashing, so this town right here is where we need to stay. I think this town is called Norimapol. I found an Airbnb just up the street, which is good because the batteries are dead. I'm having to do this all by my legs now. And this isn't a hotel. We should have the entire place to ourselves. I believe it's this one right here. Hello, nice to meet you, I'm Nate. Okay, we are checked in. Let's go see what a Lithuanian grocery store looks like. It is Sunday, so they might be closed. I'm not sure if Lithuania is one of those countries that likes having their tourists starve on Sundays. Now, I do believe that they use euros here, so we don't need to worry about any weird currency conversion, but I'm not sure if they take cards or if I need to get cash somewhere. You would think that in a place that uses euros, they would accept cards, but Germany is a very developed country. They use euros, and you are out of luck in most places if you have a debit card. Now, this is just the first store that showed up when I searched grocery store on Google. I'm not sure if this place will be like representative. It's called Noria XXL. Oh, no. It's called Norfa? It's called Norfa. Check out the product offerings at Norfa. This place is swanky. This reminds me, this feels like a genuinely modern grocery store. I am, of course, comparing this to places like Lidl or Aldi's, which feel ancient. Obviously, I know it's a different language, but I cannot interpret any of this. Samastinis marginis se cabedo vestida. This store is possibly the closest thing to a Walmart I've seen in all of Europe. Oh, and we get to try some new sour candy. Super Sour Bears for 1.29 euros. I think I do need to dock points because the only refrigerated drinks they have are alcoholic. Prices are pretty similar to what they were in Poland. This place puts Lidl and Aldi's and Biedronka to shame. Look how short these lines are. That's probably the most grating part of shopping at most of the stores in Europe. You'll go into those stores because you're trying to buy something quick, just like $1 or $2, a sandwich, a drink, and you end up spending like 20 minutes in line because they've only got one cashier and the entire neighborhood shops at that place. This little supermarket here is putting the rest of Europe to shame. This place does have a washing machine, so we gotta go wash our clothes. It's also got a fantastic bathtub.